What up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios. Do me a favor, smash the like and subscribe button. It goes a long way, helps us on the channel, and we appreciate it. On a wild Wednesday, here in the Midwest, we got overcast. It's our last 80-degree day. So after today, the temperature's gonna start falling, start feeling more like fall-like. So, parents, continue to day drink. Happy to have you here. Jam-packed Wednesday. Great show lined up for you. We talk some Louisville football, L1C4 for life, and Louisville beats Georgia Tech. We'll give you our thoughts on that game. Then Colorado, they beat Baylor. Deion Sanders is now 3-1 in the Big 12. And he, like I said, he's a player at this point. Michigan, they beat on UCLA, and then they had to hold on to get that victory. We'll go over that a little bit more in detail. Tennessee beats Oklahoma, just like we called it. We'll talk about that game. And then finally, LSU, they beat UCLA with the help from some referees. I like I said, we'll go over that in detail. These stories and many more when we come back from a quick 20 from an unofficial sponsor of the show. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. Yes, BK, have it your way, because you rule. Order online, download the app, or visit the good folks at your local Burger King. BK, have it your way, because you rule. So just going to jump right out there. Louisville, they defeated Georgia Tech 31-19. And if you're unfamiliar with the ACC, Georgia Tech scores a lot of points. So for Louisville to hold them to 19 points, that was key. You can go and up and down this thing because Georgia Tech would not go away. It was 14-17 at the half. But what I liked about Louisville was that they did not go away as well. When Georgia Tech scored first, that could have went ahead and lowered morale. But the way Louisville fought, it showed me that they can win tough games. They can win blowouts. Any way that you want to get beat, Louisville can beat you. That's why I said they're one of the most dangerous teams in the ACC that no one was ever talking about. And Jeff Brom, he's probably at this point one of the runners. He's in the running for Coach of the Year, because last year they didn't have Louisville picked to do anything. This year they didn't have Louisville picked to do anything. And he's ascending in the national rankings. Louisville is a problem. Passing game, 269. I mean, they had to toss the ball around. I would like to see them work a little bit more in the run game, because running yardage, it was 57 yards for the game. That's it. But again, you have to take what the defense gives you. Georgia Tech's defense, they fly all around, they create turnovers, they create havoc. So at some point, yes, the run opens up the pass. However, when you have a stingy defense, sometimes you have to create this little dink and dunk passes to get things going. And then ultimately your defense has to show up. 7 yards of play, that again, great stuff. 14 first downs. Third down efficiency, you're looking for that to be a little bit better. They were put in that situation 9 times. The conversion rate, they only converted 2 of those. You want that to be a little bit better, but here's where I sit on that. Louisville was on a bye. And if you're going to come off of a bye against a high-powered opponent like Georgia Tech, that's got to be some grace. That's not an outlier. Had Louisville not had a bye, and then they were still clicking on all cylinders, this wouldn't even been close. They went for it on fourth down one time. They also converted it, so that's 100% on that. 2 punts. That's huge. 2 punts. That's very huge. Penalties, again, when you're off your rhythm and then you come back from a bye week, you're trying to get set, 7 penalties, 69 yards. You want to kind of tighten that up. Going into the Notre Dame game this weekend in South Bend. But for what Louisville was able to do on Saturday, I was impressed with it. Again, it's winning tight football games because Georgia Tech held on to the ball for 31 minutes and 50 seconds. So they controlled time of possession. It's very hard for an offense to get started because it's about rhythm. And if I can't get on the field and if I can't get something going, momentum with my wide receivers or my run back, he needs more and more touches. Something's got to give. And the fact that they held on to the ball for that long and they only produced 19 points, that will let you know Louisville had big stops. Louisville had the fumbles. Louisville had the sacks. It was really a great showing for that Cardinal defense. And that's why I'm the only person here on these YouTube and internet streets that said Louisville was a definite problem. Give me a quick 20 from a rap album we're promoting this month. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. It's your boy Big Vern promoting another rap album this month. Currency and DJ Fresh, The Tonight Show, the sequel, in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on here is Next One with Larry June, State of Course with Paul Wall, Neighborhood Superstar with Payroll Giovanni, Ethereum, First and 15th, and many more. In stores now. Yes, to Tonight Show with Currency and DJ Fresh. Make sure you go ahead and get that. Really good album. So when we go back and we dive into the numbers, Tyler Shaw, that's a guy who he has made our QB list for the last 2 to 3 weeks. And then we keep dropping that list because we don't want it to be a situation where you don't know Heisman-wise what quarterbacks are out there. We'll get to the wide receivers and the running backs, but we wanted to show you the top QBs week to week, and you can chart not only the yardage, the touchdowns, but also the interceptions. It's who you played and when you played them. So the Georgia Tech game, to me, that was really well. And 19, they dialed those up, packages up for him. 19 throws, he completes 13 of them, 269 on the ground, and 2 touchdowns. You got to go ahead and give him props on that. And shout out to Brom, who's a former quarterback. He is actually able to go ahead and look out and see, okay, well, if we dial this up or we dial that up. Again, you're going to start seeing big resume kids versus kids who fit a system. And Brom, yes, he raided the transfer portal. I will go along with that all day long. However, he got a lot of kids who fit his system really well. And these kids go on to the NFL from Louisville. And so if I am a kid out there and I'm playing in whatever conference, maybe the Big 10, maybe the Big 12, SEC, and my career isn't going as I hoped, let me enter the portal. What is Louisville talking about? And then there's a coach who will shoot you straight. They're not just loading up on 4 and 5 star guys. And it is encouraging to see that. It is very encouraging to see that. Then you had Chaney Jr., Donald. He had 10 carries for 28 yards, 2.3 yards a carry. Not bad. Not bad. But like I said, if he's the lead back, you have to get him those touches. Tyler Shaw, he also called his number 4 times for 19 yards. That's mainly when the defense is when everybody's playing that man and then people break down and then you get a guy turn his head, you can really run, break free for some yardage. Your wide receiving core, you had Brooks, oh my goodness, Ja'Cory, He had 4 catches for 125 yards and a score. And then Bell, he had 2 catches, 82 yards and a score. And these were deep balls. These dudes were just flying downfield. So good job for Louisville at L&N. And they showed the fans that, hey, look, Louisville football is serious. The Cards are serious. And we'll go over their schedule when we get back from a quick 20 from an unofficial sponsor of the show. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. Yes, Subway, eat fresh, refresh. Subway, eat fresh, refresh. Order online, download the app, or visit your good folks at your local Subway. Subway, eat fresh, refresh. So when we last left off, we were talking about the schedule for the Louisville Cardinals, and they face Notre Dame this weekend in South Bend. Now, that game, it has huge playoff implications, but it has nothing bearing on the ACC. Louisville, they struck blood first. They beat Notre Dame at L&N. And so them getting Notre Dame looking for some get back, that game should be very interesting. I still don't believe in Notre Dame's quarterback. He is not mobile. That Cardinal defense is very aggressive. They may just have a couple of things up their sleeve or the Fighting Irish. So keep your eyes on that one. Then you have ACC play. SMU comes to L&N. Louisville on the road against Virginia. The game everybody needs to circle is October the 19th between the Miami Hurricanes and the Louisville Cardinals. This game is huge because not only it's jockeying for supremacy in the ACC, but it's also huge because Louisville and Miami have a history. And a lot of people don't know what I mean by that. Louisville and Miami had a history where a lot of Miami players out of that Miami-Dade area, they were actually coming to Louisville when you had coaches out there like Charlie Strong. And he built that pipeline from Miami to Louisville. That's where the Bridgewaters, that's where the Lamar Jacksons and all those guys. So Louisville and Miami, we have a history together. It may not be a premier rivalry. It may not even be a rivalry, but it's a history where you have Florida kids against Florida kids. Some of the guys they grew up playing against. The running back for Louisville, he's from Miami. He transferred out of Miami. Then you have Boston College, which Boston College is a road game. Clemson is a road game. Stanford, Pitt, and then they end the season against the Wildcats of UK. So heavy on that play. I think that Jeff Brom and the Cardinal gang can get it. Bird gang. Like I say, Louisville's going to play their style of football. It's going to be very entertaining. It's going to be high flying, and they will get their first test. I think they'll get their second test. Georgia Tech was the first test because last year when they played Georgia Tech, it was a football game that came down to whoever had the ball last. This was not that. They fought Georgia Tech every step of the way. So I see the improvement and I see the growth. Now, the Georgia Tech game, that's one thing. The Notre Dame game, that's going to be Louisville's national test. That's where the national media starts paying attention. So, like I say, it's going to be prime time. It's going to be huge. That game alone is at 3:30. So, good luck to the Cardinal faithful. R.I.P. Big John. Rest in peace, big homie. And L1C4 for life. So, I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments, the good people of Louisville. Are you standing 10 toes down for the Bird Gang? This is Big Bird. I'll be back.